all the things you've always wanted to be. Beautiful, sexy, easy, 1, 2, 3.
Just let your soul go. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul go, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul go.
So glow.
Perhaps I should cut off my prince's luck.
No.
Yes.
Excuse me for a second, had to make sure my soul glows straight. But anyway, good motivational Monday morning. Hope everybody had a good weekend and hope y'all ready to kick off another good week. You can see I'm definitely ready to puff this hair out, so it's time to get it. Let's go.
Looking in the mirror every day, and I had to ask myself some very hard questions. The questions were, how did I get here? What happened? What's going to happen next? The hardest of those questions was, how did I get here? The answer was even more brutal. The answer was, I drove here. I had something to do with the situations and circumstances that had become my life. I drove here, but that was the key because, well, if I drove here, I can drive out of here. Business or life. If I drove here, then I can drive out of here. You cannot change something until you own it.
So thank you, Chris Gardner, for this week's motivational quote. If you want something, you got to own it and you got to go for it. All right, so let's get into this week's fitness fact or information that I'm going to give you. So let's talk about resting heart rate. So the average for the resting heart rate is normally between 60 and 70 beats per minute. Okay. So I'm gonna use myself as an example. Mine is 49. You're like, wow, why is yours 49? It's because I run a lot. So when you run a lot, you know, it lowers your heart rate, which isn't a bad thing, all right, for my age. Now, if I was a lot older, it would be bad for my heart rate to be that low, okay? So from there, you get from your resting heart rate, you get your target heart rate, which is what you use in the gym, okay? So you take 220 minus your age. That gives you your max target heart rate. So for me, that would be 186, okay? So if I get to 186 on a heart rate, I'm probably gonna pass out, okay? So somebody revive me, all right? So you never wanna get that high. So then you take that number, so I'll take that 186 and then I multiply it times 0.6, which is 60%, and then 0.8, which is 80%, because you wanna stay in between 60 and 80% on your heart rate, okay? So my 60% is 112 and my 80% is 149. So if I'm not hitting 112, I might as well not even be in the gym because I ain't burning nothing. I'm just in there sweating for no reason, right? And if I'm going over 149, now I'm burning not only fat, but I'm burning muscle as well. So I want to stay in that between that 112 and 149 to get that fat loss, okay? So you get what I'm saying? So it's not bad if you go over 149, but you're going to be burning some muscle along with that fat, okay?
Oh, so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul go.
All right, just had to tighten up the do real quick. All right, so Black History Month is coming to an end, but I'm going to have a little clip about Black History Month, but I also want to say to all the women out there, you are loved, appreciated, and respected, all right? I know a lot of this crazy assault stuff and all this other stuff that could be a long conversation, but we're not going to get into, but I just want you to know, ladies of every race, that you're loved, appreciated, and respected. So until next week, peace.
To be a black girl. I'm inspired by the trail set before us by generations of powerful and empowered women. Our lineage teaches us that we are integral, even when society dismisses us. God bless black women, the mothers and caretakers, the aunties and rule breakers, the sisters and sister friends who have nurtured me, whose grace under pressure have made it possible for us to be. As Nikki Giovanni says, art is not for the cultivated taste. It is to cultivate taste. And we are the cultivators, unaccredited but ever present. Knocking down barriers, our achievements allow us all to rise. From the suffrage and the civil rights movements to putting a man on the moon. The one thing I know for sure is, we are all leaders in every form that we assume.